What is up, everyone? Welcome to another Northgard video on this channel. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and yeah, welcome to this patch note review for the Clan of the Rat. The patch has been released yesterday, so you are able to play the Clan of the Rat now. It has been long enough since the last clan, I feel like, and yeah, I think I really enjoy this clan. Like, I played a little bit in the beta already. I know roughly what we are getting right here, and yeah, hope that you also will be enjoying the clan. We're going to go over the patch notes here, go a little bit deeper. I'm gonna tell you about my experience in the beta and how I feel like the different units will be doing here. But yeah, let's not talk around for all too long and just jump straight into the patch notes. So, hey everyone, we are proud to present our 8th DLC clan must it be. It must be the 13th clan now, because 5 are in the base version. The Clan of the Rat, which brings some exciting new mechanics and units to Northgard. Read on to find out more about what makes the Clan of Northgard so unique. And yeah, you just stay tuned in the video right here, because we're definitely gonna go above it. Right here, we can already see the clan art, which I really enjoy. I think it's pretty cool, like the rats and masses and seeing all the eyes over here. But don't want to lose too many words about that. Yeah, I think, yeah, liking art is a very subjective thing, but I always really enjoy the Northgard art that we have. So, welcoming wounded and outcast villagers who have been forced out of their original clans without hesitation and prejudice. I don't really know how to. Doesn't matter. It is understandable why the many followers of the Rat dedicate their life and sometimes their death to the clan. The clan doesn't have time for feasts or even sleeping in houses. Only hard work is worth celebrating. But if you have enough energy to celebrate, then you could and should have worked harder. The clan will work and fight tirelessly to get what they want and to survive. Yeah, I really like the general drill of the clan and how I feel like if you watched the trailer for the Clan of the Rat, if you didn't, I really, yeah, think you should, because I think it really gets you in a good mood for the Clan of the Rat, and some say that her mastery of dark practices goes as far as being able to bring back dead beasts from the depths of Helheim. Oh. Yeah, she looks really cool. Looks really cool. I really enjoy her. Also in-game, a very interesting way of playing her. But we're gonna find out more about her throughout the patch notes over here. But already just the stylist, like also how she looks in-game. It's really, really cool. And I enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah, we're gonna find out more about her as we go on. Right here we can see the Shamans in action. This is the new unit for the Clan of the Rat. They have an own military unit right here, and we can already see what he'll be up to throughout the games. The Shaman, trained by air, are powerful units that will fight fearlessly during the heat of battle and take care of the injured in its aftermath. They can also lend a helping hand to their allies by healing them as well. And that is a very interesting mechanic. So the Shamans will automatically heal all the units in the tile. And they don't do it at the same rate. I don't know the exact rate of it, but I'm just gonna try to explain it as good as I can. Let's say the Shaman would have a heal rate of 10 something. It isn't all too important. It has a heal rate of 10 per second. If you now have one unit in the tile that is low, the Shaman will heal the unit by 10 per second. If you now have 2 units in the tile, now both of these units will be healed by 5 per second. Exactly the same like if you have 4 units in there, all of them will be healed by 2.5 per second. The effect will stack if you have multiple Shamans in the area. So for example, if you have 2 Shamans in the area and 1 low unit, the unit will be healed by 20 per second. I hope I don't throw around too many numbers right here, but I guess you understand what I want to say. The healing will basically be split among all units that can be healed, and if you have more Shamans in the same tile, the effects of them will actually stack. So this is really cool in my opinion. Also, Ayer, the War Chief, will basically behave like a Shaman. So you can also heal your units with Ayer, and I have the feeling that she heals a little bit quicker than Shamans, but don't quote me on that. because I'm not 100% sure yet. I couldn't really do A/B testing right now. I could have done, but I didn't. But yeah, I feel like she is a little bit stronger than the other units while healing. But there's also more interesting bonus from her that, yeah, you can make use of. Now let's check the starting bonuses right here. The clan starts with more villagers, but they arrive wounded. Wounded units are exempt from happiness requirements, so you don't get minus happiness, for example, for having too many wounded, because just everyone will be wounded. You still have the production debuff though, but there are different ways to negate that. Basically, the easy way would basically be saying, okay, get the war chief or get the shaman, heal all your villagers, and you're fine. But there are some reasons why you wouldn't want to have all your villagers on high health, or don't say you don't want to heal them at all, but there are other ways to also make them useful without just having them fully healed, and yeah, we're gonna learn about those. Also, the clan doesn't have access to houses, but all non-mystical buildings provide housing. Once max population is reached, extra villagers will stack in the population reserve. This is really interesting. So you start into the game, you have your 6 villagers, and you will basically be at 6 from 6, if I'm right. Maybe it's 6 from 7, but I think it's 6 from 6. So now you cannot build houses to provide housing, but you can build basically any other building. You build a woodcutter's lodge, you get 1 population space. You build a, I don't know, you build a brewery. Why you would do that, I don't know, but you build a brewery, you get 1 housing slot. You build a dock, you get 1 housing slot. You build a war camp, you get 1 housing slot. I guess you get the idea right here. Like, every single building that you build will give you a housing slot. And if you get housed, your villager production, let's say, will not completely start, but it will rather put the villagers into the population reserve. So if I would now wait for a long time, I have 3 villagers in my population reserve, and suddenly I build 3 wood camps at the same time, and all 3 go up at the same time. In this moment, 3 villagers will just pop out of the town hall instantly, and yeah, they will start to then produce new villagers again. So you basically have a little bit of a housing population block saver or something. So it should basically be my main clan if we think about it twice. So yeah, Rat Clan definitely should get my main clan here, because I can basically not really get housed, right? You still want your villagers more early, but it's not going to be as much of a waste if you don't have the house in the right moment right there. So thanks a lot, Shiro, for making a clan. Basically only for me. I'm really, really happy about that, because I feel like I'm the only player that has problem with building houses at the right time, right? Nobody else has that. So, right here, we see the Shaman Clan. Shaman Camp. Shaman Clan would also be nice. The Shaman Camp replaces the Healer's Hut and trains Shamans, able to fight and heal multiple units and even allies outside your territories. That's really cool. That's really cool. Like, you can also, like, the Shaman heal doesn't only work on your main territory. I think that's where at least how it worked better. It may have changed. That the heal on your territory, on your own territory, is a little bit stronger than in the neutral territory though. And I feel like this is also very, very important, because otherwise the heal is just super, super insane. And yeah, basically you could run into a fight, have a few low units, and then run back again. That would basically work if upgraded warriors wouldn't be a thing that can just run around you and hunt you to death, but it is generally pretty strong, and I like it quite a bit. It really remains to be seen how strong it can be in actual multiplayer team games or duels or anything, but I feel like a lonely mechanic is like something very ballsy and pretty interesting to play, I can tell you that much. Right here we can see one of those shaman camps. By the way, I think you would already thought that far, but yeah, just for everybody, this here is a shaman camp. When the clan's units kill foes or die, the corpses are cremated in the shaman camp, producing lore and attracting new villagers faster. So as soon as you kill like a Draugr or something, you will get this fire right here for, I don't know, like 10 seconds or something. I think it were around 10 seconds if you get or lose a unit, or we're more, let's not get too deep in the numbers right now. But the flame here will ignite and burn for a certain amount of time for whatever happened, like if one of your people died or if one foe got killed. It will then burn for a certain amount of time and produce lore and get your villager production up a little bit, which can be really, really cool. Thing is, you can also stack that quite a bit, so you can like clear out a big part of the map, and the ignited flame will just stay for a while and just help you with your lore production. I get a little bit of a feeling that you could play Rat actually as a little bit of a clear clan, because but I think that's really a far-fetched, and we really gotta see how it works out. But with all these mechanics, I feel like there must be a way to make it work somehow, but I don't know if it can keep up with Wolf-Links, because they are really good at what they do right now. We just gotta see. So, here's another thing which is really important. Wait a minute. This thing here will definitely like confuse a few of you people, and this up here has nothing to do with this. But we're gonna get one after another. So, overwork replaces the feast and boosts all productions at the expense of your workers' health. I don't know if I can. Can I zoom in here? Yeah, we can. Oh, look at this. Would you look at this? So, right here, you can see those little hammers over their head. Can you see them? These are the little hammers. So we already know that, yeah, it stands right up here. The clan cannot feast. You don't have a feast button. The feast button is a overwork button. The overwork button is a really, really strong thing, because it will give your villagers, don't get me wrong, I think it's like 50% stronger production. It is absolutely nuts. They might have changed the numbers a little bit. You always gotta keep in mind though, like you do overwork, your villagers will work a little bit faster, but they will all lose life while they do that. Like they all lose health points while they are doing that. That means at some point, most likely, some of your villagers will get low. So you have like minus 20% production, and then on top of that you get the 30% production. But if you can actually manage to keep your villagers all the time high health while doing that, they can produce quite a bit for you. The problem is you will need shamans in that tile to actually heal them up that much, which won't be that easy. That means like you get a better production out of the villagers you have, but the shamans are also potential villagers that could make resources for you. So I'm not 100% sure where the sweet spot there is, but I feel like there must be one, and it could be really, really strong, but it remains to be seen. Why do I have 2 farms on this territory? This is because of a lore we're still gonna get into, but the Rat Clan has one lore where it can basically build 2 of all specialized buildings on the same tile. I think with non-specialized buildings that were already possible. I feel like, yeah, you could build multiple houses, for example, on the same tile, but you could also like build 2 war camps on the same tile, stuff like that, you know. Really interesting, and shapes up Northgard in a little bit of a new way. I hope we're back where we were before, because we are now gonna go on with the fame bonus. So, Fame 200, your units consume minus 15% less food while getting healed by a war chief heir. So yeah, really, really good. Oftentimes you're gonna keep a lot of villagers, for example, in your main tile or whichever tile you would like. You just want to have a lot of people in there, so you can have heir boosting them, like healing them with the seal and doing this movement, because that's what they usually do. And yeah, get the food production over here, like less food production, and for example put overwork on there, you know, like the efficiency you can get out of that is completely nuts, and I think really interesting fame bonus right here, which could make the rat really, really strong, but remains to be seen. On Fame 500, the max population reserve is increased by +4 villagers. That's really cool. And the maximum duration of purification pyre is extended to 6 months. I think before it is 3 months, so it will basically be doubled. And yeah, this is basically the igniting flame in your shaman camps, you know. This is the purification pyre. So yeah, just being able to stack more of that stuff is especially useful if you have like a huge fight in the late game and you're able to like recoup a lot of your villagers through just a very long purification pyre. Really cool thing in my opinion, and yeah, still again remains to be seen how strong it actually is in actual team games in the open world right there, but I felt like that is also a bonus that you would really like to have. So, lore tree. There we go. We have the same picture again, and there's actually a lore above it. The first one will be enrollment though. Wounded units cost minus 15% crowns to train as military units. That will usually mean that you take a wounded villager, you take the wounded villager to the shaman camp, you like pop the shaman basically, and after that you let the shaman heal himself. So you just pay a lot less gold for training your units. There is also reasons to keep your units low though. We're gonna get into some other lores where that is gonna get important. We already talked about overcrowding here. You can place up to 2 buildings in the same type of a zone except defense towers. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Defense towers, you can't do that. That would be a little overpowered. But the other stuff definitely works, like farms, woodcutters' lodges, shaman camps, whatever, scout camps. Why ever you would do that? Yeah, next lore would be invasion. When killing neutral faction units, you gain some of their favorite tradable resources. Neutral faction buildings can house additional population. So for example, if you go for a cobalt tile and yeah, the cobalt buildings are still on there, you can get the housing of that, which is pretty cool because you don't need to pay taxes for the buildings from the cobalt. So it's a pretty good buff right there. I don't know if you would want to kill all the neutrals, but if you go for the lore here, you might as well, because you're gonna get resources for that, and like your army heals again. So it might be pretty cool to just kill the neutrals if you can and then gain their territories. Pretty interesting mechanic that not a lot of clans really have. So yeah, let's see. Next thing would be pain suppressant. Here's why I mean wounded units move and attack 30% faster. That might be the reason why you maybe don't want your army to always be full life. It can be really cool to move really quickly above the map. Your units count as wounded when they have less than 80% of their health points. So you really gotta mix it up. Usually if I go into a big fight against another player, I will still have my whole army at 100%, and then as they get low, they get a faster attack speed and everything. But especially for moving faster, it can actually be a viable strategy to have your army a little bit low, just so they move like 30% faster. That's a world, you know, it's insane how quick that is. You can easily outrun a cat like that. So yeah, can be really key. Oftentimes you would like to have your units full health if they fight though, obviously. So, blood ties. Air can sacrifice, that's your war chief by the way, part of her health to heal all units in her zone over the next 5 seconds. That can be really good. I imagine in big fights that will be a really good thing to happen. Out of fights I felt it a little bit, yeah, not worth, let's say. Usually I just heal normally or take the shamans to heal basically. But in fights I can imagine just being really strong. Gotta play around with that a little bit more to see how high the power level of that actually is. So, the Relic is something I didn't went for yet. You can summon Garm's Incarnation at a Shaman Camp. So, look at this little boy. Look at this little boy. I don't know too much about that yet. Like I said, I didn't forge the Relic myself yet, but it looks really cool, and yeah, definitely something I'm gonna go for. I imagine it being a pretty strong boar right there. Seems like a really cool thing. I'm gonna keep the little... Let's just say I want to keep some mysteries for you guys. Hope you're gonna try it out yourself right there. It looks really interesting. How strong it is, we're all gonna find out in not too long of time. So yeah, let's go on to the Conquest right here. First battle. When killed, your units inflict sickness on their attacker. That is the bonus you will get in the Conquest for the first battle, which sounds really strong. Sixth battle. Wounded units do not suffer production malus when overworking. Holy moly. Holy moly, that's quite a boost right there. And 11th battle, when the purification pyre is ignited, all your units heal. This is absolutely broken. But it is Conquest, so hey, might as well, right? Conquest is more or less like the fun mode, where I also like to jump in and just do wacky things, and like this bonus right here is absolutely wacky. I don't want to imagine how that would be if it would be in game, but Like they said, like if I did the Wolf Conquest, I played with the Berserker and I got a free Berserker at the start of the game, but the Berserker was so cheap and so quickly to get back that I just didn't heal it. I just cleared until the Berserker died and just got a new Berserker. So yeah, the bonies, they don't need to go into multiplayer, but for Conquest, I always feel like they are really, really fun. So, with a new clan, come new achievements. And yeah, first one, I guess, self-explanatory. The Rat King, win with the Clan of the Rat. The Rat Master, achieve 50 victories with the Clan of the Rat. Just the standard achievements that you're always gonna get with a new clan. Then, just want to watch the world burn. Build the Relic of the Clan of the Rat. It's a cool name for that. I really enjoy that. And we have the Rat Conqueror, of course, finishing the conquest with the Clan of the Rat. Now we also have a few new specific achievements. The ones that will be a little bit harder to get than the other ones, like Rat Master. It's pretty hard, to be honest. Like 50 wins is not all too easy with any clan, but if you like play a little bit of the clan, you're usually gonna get there. Specific achievements. Can I go home now? Overwork the same worker 5 times. I like that. The Lord of Cinder. Keep the purification pyre burning for 12 months without interruption. That is not even too easy. Obviously, you can always just kill a unit of yourself and make that happen against AI, but in a normal game, I feel like that's not even that easy to get. Let's see if I may be able to actually get this one just in the game. It's free real estate. I like that. House 10 villagers or more in neutral faction houses in a single game. It's really fitting. I like it. It's definitely free real estate. That's really cool. And then we have Mega Store. Have 10 merchants working in the same zone. What? Well, that's possible, right? Like you can build 2 trading posts and you can build 2 marketplaces in a tile. So the maximum number you could have would be 12. Oh my god, how much would they produce? I definitely gotta try that out. They like get 20%, they get 80% production bonus then? Nah. And then you overwork them. Okay. Seems to be pretty strong. Just gave me a little thought right there with the Mega Store. This is easy lore. I'm gonna get that first game. Definitely need to try that out. So we also have a few other changes. Fields are no longer snapped to specific space placement on the tile. They can be placed like other buildings. I think you saw that up here, right? Where do we have it? Right here. The fertile lands are now going to look a little bit different. You have like a zone that looks like this right here. And basically you can build the farm on any spot of the tile and you don't have like one piece of the tile where exactly a farm fits. That also is for all the clans. It's just not, it's not only for Rat, it's like for all the clans it's changed. So, the Rat infection has also changed. The event now lasts 1 month and consumes the clan's food progressively. So basically you can't like do the thing that I usually like to do, like wait until the rats come, then spend your food to go for tiles. In the moment where the rats hit, you don't have any food in your stock, and in the moment, after the rat event, you just undo the taking of the tiles. So like you do it while they are slowly getting taken, and you just skip it just before you take the tiles, so you get your food back, and yeah, basically debated the rats. Won't work like that anymore. I really gotta see how it works right now, and yeah, gotta be quite interesting. I feel like the villagers are still gonna get sick, right? I feel like they will. Let's see. So, neutral factions. Relation gain with neutral factions via trade routes have been reviewed. Don't know if that also got something changed, I feel like. Each neutral faction now has a favorite resource, which if traded with, improves the relation with this faction, indicated on the trade UI with a star. Dwarves now accept food in trade routes. And kobolds' befriend status also got changed. The kobolds will now accept to sell their additional territories for crowns to clans they befriended. So, for example, you could befriend the kobolds with the clan of the rat, then take a territory from the kobolds. I think the kobolds will still stay in there. I don't know if it then works out like what happens if there's a bear in town, no? That would be interesting. You have like a bunch of kobolds, you have a bear in there, and then you take the territory. Is the bear cool with me, or will the bear start fighting me at that point? We're gonna find that out. So, we also have a few changes here to the Clan of the Goat. We'll see. Sheepfold is now more expensive. I don't think that's bad. Sheeps are absolutely busted still. If you go for 801 builds and everything, you still see that. Sheeps, man. Sheeps just in general. It's just so strong. They are just so strong. Just believe me. The Goat Clan had a few problems in the past, just not having recruitment, but sheeps are just sheeps, man. It's just like free villagers that don't eat food. It's crazy. Your clan gets 20% increase to production through feast, and the feast cost is now only reduced by 40% for the feast relic. You can still build an additional sheepfold. But your units won't generate anymore as soon as you build the relic. However, the 500 fame bonus has been changed, so you don't get the 50% resistance bonus on your units and defense towers anymore while you're feasting. Therefore, your units will start regenerating health during a feast. So basically having the goat player going for basically trash army, you know, don't really upgrade it and everything, and then have the goat player tank, have the 15% resistance bonus plus the healing, were pretty insane. Right now, you don't get the resistance bonus anymore, you only get the heal, and I think that's strong enough. I really think that's strong enough. The goat were definitely one of the top dogs this patch. So the Clan of the Lynx, the trackers are now a little less beefy. I don't know if they were all too needed, but it is how it is. Like, I don't know if it were actually so strong. I always felt the Lynx were a little bit lacking behind the wolf, but yeah, who knows? I don't think like the wolf is too strong. I feel like wolf is like exactly there where a Northgard clan should be, and I would really like to have all clans at that power level, so you have like bam, 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 you know, some action. Caring Siblings has been buffed though. Buffed to heal speed when Brunder and Kaelin are together. We'll see how that actually plays out. I definitely didn't have a chance to try that out yet. So, the Ratatouille has gotten a little bit stronger, therefore it doesn't buff lore anymore. That's a really big deal. I don't know how viable that will then be still. I don't know. It's like it's a significant debuff, and it is a lot less interesting right now because lore is just so important for all of the clans. I don't know. I heard that the Squirrel clan could be really strong in higher levels, so maybe it were just too strong and that something needed to change. But for like a recreational player like me, the lore bonus were something really important. But I feel, Shiro, like I only spammed Ratatouille because it were a no-brainer, always worth lore bonus. You're always gonna take it, right? Right now, gotta tiny bit cheaper, you know, but doesn't give the lore bonus anymore. Maybe you gotta look for another thing to go for. For example, the fish soup, because the new villagers will now arrive a lot faster. Like you see the numbers right here, 10 to 40%. Now it's 30 to 130%. A lot better. Plus, you're also going to produce lore. So yeah, so switching it over to the fish soup. Now I think like you could really think about switching around Ratatouille and fish soup quite often if you just want like the easiest way to get your meals. Like you don't want to think, you don't want to do all that thinking stuff while a strategy game. I get that. I also don't want to do that. And right now you could then basically go for your Ratatouille and fish soup. I guess it's generally pretty good. While there is still the way to enhance your mining and everything, and this is exactly the resources you don't need for the other meals, so oftentimes that will still happen, but we're gonna see as soon as we play a little bit more Squirrel how that actually affects the clan. So the meat stew also got changed a little bit, and now cost a lot more vegetables. I don't know, a lot of these things cost vegetables right now. This is a little bit less. I don't know. It could actually be that meat is now less of the problem because that were always really important to boost the Ratatouille. But right now, I feel like vegetables are getting more and more of the problem. But that is just my humble opinion. I don't know if that has been changed all too much. The Clan of the Snake, the Stolen Lore UI has been reviewed. And I can say you, I personally, I think I didn't see it yet. I think I saw a screenshot of it, but I only heard great things about it and that it really looks great. So yeah, I'm gonna trust the other players that I heard that from, and I'm also gonna think that it just looks great without even seeing. Yeah, would be quite cool. And yeah, let's see how that will actually work out for the clan of the snake right there. So for all clans, the behavior and wording have been reworked to include all healing units and not just healers. Ah, okay, yeah, makes sense. Because of the shamans, you needed to change the wording for a lot of things. For example, for medicine. Medicine only talked about healers before. Now they need to talk about all healing units, you know. So we have Carpentry Mastery, reduces your building's upgrade cost by 20%. Reduces the upkeep from upgraded buildings by 20%. Is Carpentry back? Is Carpentry back? If somebody brings Carpentry back, it should be me, right? I took ages to get off Carpentry Mastery when it weren't meta anymore. I basically kept on playing it for half a year. So yeah, I guess that's the very fast chance for me to jump back onto Carpentry Mastery, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna ride the carpentry train until it stops. So, UI of the Town Hall has also been changed. Addition of a tooltip displaying the current pop growth bonus or on the gauge of arrival of the next villager. Oh, okay. Weren't that... Oh, we'll see. That's something I didn't really realize, but... Oh, we'll see. I just know the one over the minimap that is ticking down. But we'll see when we jump in there and see what is going on there. So, now it's going. We have a lot of bug fixes over here, and I don't know if we will go over all of them. The one thing I realized when I went over these bug fixes over here were that there's the Boar Clan is mentioned, but the Boar Clan can no longer colonize neutral factions zones like zones with wolves, which is good. But there's one thing I'm really missing, and I hope that it's gone, and that is the boar trade, right? I really hope that it's gone, because it's, oh my god, it's nuts. And yeah, it might be changed already, because they talk about here, like each faction now has a favorite resource, and if you just trade stone with them out of 6 trading posts, that it's not gonna work. I feel like that could be fixed over that already, but there's nothing said about here that boar can't do that anymore. I feel like war shouldn't be able to do that anymore, because they, like, it got taken away from them, right? And it never really got said that it should be revoked. So I feel like it should just not work. But if they feel like this path is a better path to go around it, as long as you just don't get 3,000 gold and 802 anymore, and you don't have 2 giants and, like, I don't know, a big boar, holy moly, then it's generally okay for me. Like, boar should still be strong. It's a clan that I really like and everything, but that has to stop. It has to stop, I gotta say. So, with that, we're then already at the end right here. Yeah, like I said, if you want to read through all the bug fixes, you can definitely do so. We're just gonna skip over them here. Nothing all too special in there, but yeah, quite a few things that, of course, yeah, are quite interesting. Permafrost is back, by the way. It's winter time. Permafrost is back. Let's see. So, I'm gonna get to the end of this video here. Thanks everyone for sticking around, hearing me rambling about yeah, the patch notes right here. I don't really think rambling, right? But something needed to be said. I hope you really enjoyed it. I definitely did so. I'm gonna jump right now into the stream, and yeah, hope you all have a great rest of the day. If you want so, you can also leave a sub here for the channel, of course. I'm uploading a lot of Northgard content over here, and if you're interested in that, leaving a subscription is definitely a great way to find out when I upload the next video. If you enjoyed this video in particular, you can also go down below and press that little like button, because it usually really helps out the channel and bring this video in front of the faces of of more people, which is always really, really appreciated from my side, and I think also general from the community. So thanks everyone for dropping in here. Hope you had a great one and have a lot of fun with the Clan of the Rat, and maybe see you back in the next video. Bye bye everyone, see you around.